We are ready now to listen to the words of the Holy Gospel, the good news of Jesus, who teaches us today about the key to happiness. Please join me in the Gospel acclamation.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to the Lord.
When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain, and after he had sat down, his disciples came to him. He began to teach them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the land. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the clean of heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are they who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they insult you and persecute you, and utter every kind of evil against you falsely because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward will be great in heaven." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise you, Lord.
Are you happy? I mean, really happy. And where do you look for happiness? We all spend our lifetime looking for it. Sometimes, as the song says, in all the wrong places. So see if you know this song, and if you do, join with me. It was made famous by Ella Fitzgerald. I want to be happy, but I can't be happy till I make you happy too. Life's really worth living if you are worth giving. I want to give some to you. When skies are gray and you say you are sad, I'll send the sun shining through. I want to be happy, but I can't be happy till I make you happy too. Great little song. We all want to be happy. But you know what makes the person next to you happy may not be the same thing that makes you happy. Some years ago, there was a letter to the Dear Abby column, and it was from a 15-year-old girl. And she said, "Dear Abby, happiness is not having your parents yell at you when you come home late. Happiness is having your own room and having people respect your privacy. Happiness is having the right clothes and being popular in school and having money to spend. Happiness is something I don't have." Signed, 15 and unhappy. A few weeks later, there was another letter. Dear Abby, from a 13-year-old girl. Dear Abby, happiness is being able to walk and talk and hear and see. Unhappiness is reading about a person who can do all four of those things and is still not happy. I can talk, I can hear, and I can see, but I can't walk. Sign, 13, crippled, and happy. You know, Aristotle, the great philosopher, once said, everything that the human being does, he or she does because he or she thinks it will give back to him or her some degree of happiness. That's a good thing to think about. Everything we do to bring us happiness. Now, we know there are all degrees of happiness, aren't there? There is the happiness when you go into Stewart's and you're cashing up. What do you think I'm going to say? I'm getting myself an ice cream or something? You're cashing out and you see the scratch-offs behind the counter. Give me one of those scratch-offs. And you stand there and scratch it off and you earn $10. Whoa, all happy. But then you look up at the ice cream list and you buy 2 banana splits. $10 is gone. You eat them, happiness is gone. Then step it up a notch. There is the happiness of when you meet your soulmate and you marry that person and you live together happily for 50 plus years. Good happiness. Then, of course, there is the big time happiness. When because of the way you live your life, you earn, as if we could do that, eternal happiness. No more sadness, no more aches and pains, no more anxiety, no more wishing for anything. Eternal happiness. All three examples were experiences of good happiness, but obviously some are better and one is much better than all the rest. Now, we just listened to a piece of the gospel that is probably one of the most familiar and recognizable sections of the gospel. Matthew 5, sometimes referred to as the Sermon on the Mount or the Beatitudes. The Beatitudes are the answer that Jesus gives us when we ask him the question, how can I be happy? I want to be happy. What do I have to do? Who do I have to become to be happy? Jesus says to all of us today, you want to be happy? Here's what you need to do. You will be blessed, as Deacon Bob read, if you have peace of heart, spiritual peace, if you mourn with those who are sad. You will be blessed if you hunger and thirst for righteousness, and so forth. The translation that we listen to today used the word blessed at the beginning of each of the 8 Beatitudes. But Scripture scholars say the word blessed is not the best English word for the Greek word from which it is translated. The better word is happy. But we don't mean happy here as in the scratch-off. We mean big happy. The French would use the word heureux, but with a modifier. Bien heureux. Big happiness. Solid happiness. Happiness that is deep and that stays with you. So let us consider the Beatitudes, because they are our key to happiness. The Beatitudes, when we hear them, we think, oh, aren't they pretty? Aren't they so poetic? Much better to listen to than the 10 Commandments, which are very negative. And a little more expansive than the 2 Great Commandments, love God and love your neighbor. They are all good paths to happiness. But we hear the Beatitudes and we say, oh, I like those. I'm going to live by the Beatitudes so that I can be happy. Hold it. The Beatitudes are very, very challenging. There are whole books written on the Beatitudes. There are whole books written on each Beatitude. They call forth from us great kindness, great compassion, great sacrifice. They encourage us to become almost one with our brothers and sisters, especially those who have needs, those who are mourning, those who have been abused, those who have so much less than we do. You know, many spiritual writers say some people really never find happiness in this life because they don't know where to go for it, or they go to the wrong places. They keep saying to themselves, if I could get just one more promotion, if I could get one more of these material possessions, one more car, one more house, one more motorcycle, whatever it is. If I had just one more promotion, it's always one more. Happiness does not come from what is outside of us. It comes from our heart. It's all about the heart. Mother Teresa once said, when we get to the gates of heaven, I don't think God is going to say to us, how many good works did you do? Rather, he is going to say, how much love did you put into those good works? Or maybe he will say, did you live the Beatitudes?